Anybody, love anybody and more. We got one foot.
Good morning. Hello. I hope this finds you having a, thawed out spring morning. I'm not sure it's really spring for anybody, but I am so happy to have you here. Today is going to be a big show. I'm Morgen Schick. I cannot wait to dive in. This is a big show because today I have a special guest coming up later in the show, skincare guru Thomas Roth. I know you've seen his skincare, his sunscreen, his great advice on QVC all the time. He's in Sephora. He's on peterthomasroth.com. This is a man who can help all of us navigate our skin issues and our aging. So I want you to stay tuned, because today is the day that you can actually call in, talk to Peter, and just get all of this information so you can navigate your life, your image. And if you have listened to my show before, you know that I am obsessed with you getting involved in the image you show the world. Now, your image must connect with how you feel about yourself inside, but what you show the world is how people will treat you. And I know this from being a Ford model for 25 years, being a makeup artist, the spokesperson for Laura Mercier Cosmetics, having my own cosmetics line, Morgen Schick, on HSN for years, creating my own products, writing books. So this is my wheelhouse, and I want to help you. And that is why I'm so excited about having a special guest. But first, I want to talk about the show topic for today, and that is denial. Denial, my friends, is an absolute waste of your life and your time and your energy. I want you to admit whatever it is you're afraid of. And this keeps popping into my head every single time I start talking about change. It's so attached to how we feel about ourselves, what we see when we look in the mirror. And I don't want that to be the way it is for you or for myself anymore. And it popped up for me because I did a video on my Facebook, on YouTube, and if you want to follow me on YouTube, it's at Morgen Schick, MorgenSchick, or at Morgen Schick Instagram if you want tips, tricks, videos, and also on Twitter. But I did this video, and it's called 3-Minute Makeup, and I wanted everybody to see that you can do your makeup in 3 minutes. You should be able to show the world your best self in just a few minutes every day. Don't be lazy. Let's do it. So I do this video, and I'm feeling really good about it, and I get some great responses. And then I start getting responses from women saying, you know what, Morgen? You did this video for us, and we're really happy about it, but you used all your skin products, all your makeup that you had when you were doing HSN, your Morgen Schick Cosmetics, and we can't get that anymore. And that's not cool. You need to do your own products again. You need to sell your own products again, because you can't show us how to do 3-minute makeup when we don't have access to your makeup products. And I was devastated. I felt like I was betraying the people who had been so loyal and dear to me, all of my customers and who I consider my friends. And I had to really dig deeply and think, oh, okay, so should I redo my videos? Should I do them with products that are out there available, mass, Sephora, whatever, high-end, low-end, medium-end? And then I thought, I'm in denial. I'm in denial about making my own products again. Why am I in denial about it? Because I'm afraid. What am I afraid of? I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of people thinking that, morgenschick.com, I was successful when I was on HSN. I had a small brand, but I really believed in my philosophy, which is the same philosophy I carry today. But I'm afraid that if I make these products again, I might fail. I might waste money. I might not be around my husband enough, not pay attention to my children enough, be a failure in my friends' eyes, in my customers' eyes. And I really had to think about this for the last couple weeks, about why am I so afraid of not putting myself out there when I've been doing this for so long, and I love teaching, and I love providing great products, great makeup that I don't think that you guys have access to. And so I decided I can't be in denial anymore, and that I have to do something about it. And I made an action plan, and that is what I'm going to do right now. I am going to talk about my action plan, and part of the action plan is telling you, my followers, my friends, my customers out there. You can tell I'm like, I don't even want to say it, because that means I'm accountable if I tell you that my fear is that if I go out and I make my own products and I make my own salon, I'm considering doing my own, stores, that if I fail and if I take too much time away from my husband, and I know this sounds so crazy and it so shouldn't be this way, and because we have so many super successful women out there who are running businesses, corporations, and have successful marriages and have successful children, I personally don't feel like it's that easy. A lot of women I know that try to do this give up something, give up their marriage, or give up the quality of their marriage, or give up raising their children and being in their lives every single day, and I'm very scared of that. But I am going to start my own products again. And one of my actions is that I'm going to tell you about it, so I am accountable. So now you know, all of the people out there that wrote me and said, you can't do videos without putting your own products out in the market so that we can use the products to get the 3-minute base. I am going to do that. I am also going to call the lab back. I've had a lab that I wanted to work with for my color products for years, and they have been calling me, and I have been dodging their calls like they're a bill collector, which is the rudest thing ever, and I'm not going to do that. I am going to call them. I am going to pay the money. I am going to make my products, and I'm going to follow my dreams and not let fear run my life. And I'm going to work on social media. I'm going to do 2 videos a week so you guys can see all of the different products that you can buy in mass. And also, when my products come out, you can use them. I am going to finish my book, which I have been struggling to finish, just I think the same reason, because of the fear of not being successful or letting people down. I don't want to let anyone down, especially my family and especially the people who have been loyal to me. So I'm going to finish this book. And so I'm not going to let fear get in my way. And I don't want you to have fear in your way. And I don't want you to deny anything. I don't want you denying looking in the mirror that you are fearing rejection. Are you in denial about your weight? I mean, that's a whole nother show. I am in total denial that I have to struggle with my weight for the rest of my life, but that's another show. Boy, I had like 15 things I'm in denial about, and I thought I was an evolved person, and then I started thinking about the denial segment, and I was like, oh my God, I'm in denial about so many issues. But I decided today we were going to concentrate on my products because that was such a big issue. But I want to talk about what you're in denial of. I want you to call me at 888-454-3378, 888-454-3378. This is the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network, www.lifestyletalkradio. You can hit listen live. You can You can email me questions, but I want to know what you are in denial about. I want to know the pain it causes you. Don't be afraid. I am not afraid anymore of being rejected or of failing at my products again, because I know I am going to succeed even if I fail. And if you don't try something, if you don't open up your world and be afraid and stop being afraid, you can never succeed. My husband said this to me. You can never succeed if you don't try. And if you fail, so what? And so that is what our show is about today. I want you to call me in the next segment. I want to take a call, and then I want to introduce you to skincare guru Peter Thomas Roth. I'm so excited to have him. Call me right away, 888-454-3378. Talk to you soon. Hi, welcome back. I'm Morgen Schick, and this is the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network, and I am so glad you're with me. Today's show is very big for two reasons. Number one, I have a very special guest, Peter Thomas Roth, skincare guru, the most amazing products, and I'm going to be speaking to him in a few minutes. But first of all, our topic today is about denial. What are you denying yourself? What are you lying to yourself about? What are you pretending doesn't exist? And one tip for this is finding out if you're in denial about something, I found, is working backwards. So you look in the mirror and you say, what is my biggest dream for myself? What do I want? If I could have anything at any price, in any way, a magic wand, whatever it is, what do I want for myself? And that's how I knew what I was in denial about, because I looked in the mirror and I knew I wanted to do my own products again. I wanted to share. I wanted you to know my philosophy on makeup, on beauty, on aging, but I wanted to give you just the right product so you could attain your most beautiful image of yourself, your most beautiful you in the mirror. And my dream was to provide you those products. So I knew by not doing it, I was in denial. I was lying to myself. I was afraid of failure. I was afraid of rejection. And now I'm doing actionable steps to bring that out to you. I'm not just going to talk the talk. I'm going to walk the walk. And now you know it, so you can call me on it, which is a little scary, but we're going to just be in that place. Okay, I want to take a caller. Sarah, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for calling. What can this show do for you today?
Well, the thing for me is I use a lot of different foundations, and I just don't know which one seems to be better because each one has like its pros and cons. And for me, lately I've been using a liquid foundation.
Okay.
But I wanted to know which one is better for my skin. Is it liquid or powder?
Okay. Well, this is a very interesting question for me. I want to ask you a couple questions. Number one, how old are you?
25.
You're 25, so you're young. You have a whole life of your skin with you that we have to deal with. So it's not just about your skin today, it's about your skin's future. Then I'm going to be answering your question, okay? What do you think of your skin in general? Tell me, Sarah, do you love your skin? Do you have pimples? Do you have regular breakouts? Tell me the condition of your actual skin. Do you have large pores? Do you have wrinkles starting already? Talk to me.
I do have breakouts, and I do have pimples. My skin's very oily, and it's not very nice. Like, I'm starting to get blemishes, and I'm like, I'm only 25. Why do I have all this?
Areas?
I do on the sides of my face.
Clustered? Wait, sorry. Are your blemishes clustered, or are they all spots all over your face?
No, they're clustered on the sides of my face.
Okay. It's funny because when you think about denial, and that that's what my show's about today. The denial that one of the things that makes me crazy about the makeup industry is that everyone thinks that a liquid foundation is great for your skin. And it's not. And we're all in denial about that because we are marketed so heavily that a foundation could be good for your face and good for your skin. And it's not. The truth is, putting a foundation on your face, especially if you've got oily skin where your skin just wants to be clean and produce its own oils, and I want you to stay on the line when Thomas Roth is on, because he and I may just have a big knockdown, drag-out fight over whether foundation is good for you or not, because I so don't think it is. Because your skin is already oily, and you're adding something that goes into your pores to possibly clog it, I would say I don't want you to wear a all-over foundation. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
I don't believe an all-over foundation is good for your skin today, Sarah, and I don't think it's good for your skin's future. But more importantly, I don't want you touching your face ever. Because if you say you have pimples in clusters on the sides of your face, that means that you may get one pimple, but because you touch your face or your cell phone's against your face, you may be spreading your own acne.
Oh, that sounds about right.
To you?
Yes, that makes perfect sense, actually.
So what I want you to do is that when you clean your face at night, I want you to clean your skin. I want you to put your light moisturizer on it. You are still young enough that you may not need an alpha hydroxy at night, and we can talk to Thomas Roth about this in the next segment. I will ask him for you. But I want you to try to just let your skin, don't wash it in the morning, and then use the makeup that's in the cap of that foundation. It's a little drier. The water's evaporated. And with clean fingers, tap on your face where you've got blemishes or you've got redness, and blend with your fingers or a clean sponge, and let the rest of your skin breathe. Let the rest of your skin stay clean.
Okay.
You can use a little light powder if you want, but I don't want you. I mean, how does it feel to have acne at 25 years old?
It's terrible. I didn't even have it when I was younger.
So you're doing something to create this. I actually don't believe that a majority of our acne is hormonal. I do not believe that a majority of our acne is what you eat. I actually believe we create our own acne by dirty faces, over-processing our skin, meaning that if you've got a little acne and you put a bunch of salicylic acid or acne medicine on it, you actually make it worse because you're burning your skin. And then your skin produces more oil to compensate for that ultra-dried-out acne face. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
I don't want you to live not loving your skin. I want you to love your skin, and I want you to have an amazing future with that skin. I don't want you to put foundation all over your face for the rest of your life, Sarah. It's not. It creates this horrible circle. Like you put foundation on, you get more acne. Then you put even more foundation on, and you get more acne. Let's stop it today. Okay.
Yeah, I want to stop that cycle.
Stop that cycle today. Just use the cap, dry out, use the dried out foundation, use it on the tip of your finger, and then or a concealer. If you want to use a little bit of light powder, that's fine. I don't think you'll be drying out your skin, especially since you said it's a little oily. But don't over powder your face either, okay? Because your skin will produce more oil.
Okay.
If it feels dried out, it will produce more. Thank you so much for calling, Sarah.
No problem. Thank you so much for your advice.
Oh, you're welcome. Everyone out there, I want you to listen to this. I want you to connect to this because we are creating a lot of our own skin issues. Just because something is marketed to you does not mean it is or was or ever will be good for you. Cigarettes were marketed like crazy in the 60s, 50s, and 40s. And guess what? You know they're not good for you. We will be right back.
Doesn't anybody love anybody anymore?
Hi, welcome back. This is Morgen Schick, and this is also the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. Give me a call this morning, 888-454-3378, because today's a big show. I'm very, very honored and happy to introduce you and to have a icon in the skincare industry. He is the guru, Thomas Roth. He has one of the most potent and active skincare companies on the planet. It reaches everywhere, and his products really perform, and they really help people with their skincare, their aging, their acne. Thomas Roth, welcome to my show.
Hi, Morgan. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my gosh, it's such an honor, and I have so many questions for you. As you've been listening, today's show is about denial, and it's about my own denial, about, doing my own products, and I know that you know what that's about because you have a huge product line. And one of the things I love about you, Thomas Roth, and your product line is that it was your own skin issues that you were addressing, which is why you made your product line.
Yeah, I started with acne. I still have it, and it really, really is not a good thing when you're an acne sufferer.
I know. And so what made you, I have a list of questions a mile long, but what made you decide as a male, because a lot of women will talk about their age, their aging and their acne all day long, but what made you decide as a male to break out and do your own product line? What gave you the courage to do that?
I've had acne my whole life, in my teens and adults, and unfortunately, when you do have acne, you're either going to have pimples and blackheads all over your face and look terrible, or you're going to try everything on the market to make yourself look better. And at the time, I didn't really like anything. When I was a teenager, my mother took me on, I grew up in Manhattan, and on Fifth Avenue there were like these three big derms, one in the 90s, one in the 70s, and one in the 60s. Excuse me. And it's funny because each of them gave me different advice, totally. And
wow.
The one that had topical treatments, the big one was this brown stuff you put on your zit when you go to sleep. And it was
right.
actually humiliating being in college and having brown dots on when you go to sleep.
Right, I get it. So you're already embarrassed by your acne, and then you're also humiliated by the way you're going to fix your acne.
Yeah, well, and it's a time your roommates and whatever, and it was just, not a good thing. And then it gets on your pillow, and it's brown, and it was awful. So as time went on, I still had acne, it didn't go away, and then the wrinkles started coming. So I kind of just fell into it. My father grew up in Hungary, and he had, in like a spa environment, they had little hotels, his parents, and in Hungary they have water that comes out of the earth, that mineral water, and it was kind of a spa experience. And so I was always interested in it. I just did it. So my advice to anyone is if they kind of want to do something, just do it. Just jump in. If you want to go swimming, you got to jump in that pool, and just do it, and eventually you'll learn how to swim.
Oh, it's so easy for you to say it. I'm dealing with that right now within this show about going back to my product line. And I know it's easy to say it, but it's so hard
to do it.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of failing. And you know that I was on HSN, and and you're on QVC. And for people out there who have just tuned in, Peter Thomas Roth at Peter Thomas Roth and www.peterthomasroth skincare, or it's actually just peterthomasroth.com. He's also on QVC. And I was going to ask you, Peter, about people who don't have access to, the higher-end department stores. I know your products are carried in Sephora, but they're very easily available on QVC and QVC.com, correct?
Yeah, so it's really easy. Sephora.com, Ulta.com, QVC.com, PeterThomasRoth.com. Today, that I don't think it's a real problem. It's just a matter of it's just a matter of someone looking in the mirror going, you know what, I could look better. And if you can look better and you want to look better, just do a little research on yourself and see what works best for you and kind of jump in the pool and start making yourself look better. You'll appreciate it, number one. Your self-confidence goes up hugely, and then everyone else around you responds to that. So it's really a win-win situation.
Well, that's another question I was going to ask you about men. I have this radio show, and I will tell you that I get callers from men every single time I'm on the air. And I think it's so important because, as I've said a million times, your image shows the people in the world how you want to be treated. If you look like you care about yourself, they will treat you better. And I believe that the men's skincare industry has got to be growing because men don't want to look older. They don't want to be fired or not get a job because they look too old. What do you say about the business of men's skincare and about men caring about their image? What's your biggest piece of advice for them?
I think men in general just have to be groomed and cleaned, and it has to be appropriate for what they do. So if you're in the city and you're working, in a suit and tie, you have to be groomed, cleaned, your hair, your face has to, you can't have a zit in a meeting at all. Wrinkles are, and if let's say you're a surfer guy or a skier guy, it's a different type of grooming, but it's still grooming. If your hair's all over the place, but there's a way where your hair looks cool and nice and appropriate for what you do. So it's not that everyone needs to be clean cut and line free. It's you got to do it in appropriately in your area of your life, so that when people look at you, they appreciate you. If you're a waiter and you're going over to serve a table and you're not groomed properly, it's not attractive to the customers. You're not going to have your job that long. Or if you're an executive, the same thing's going to happen. And with men, wrinkles are kind of it depends on who. It depends on you. So if your wrinkles on your eyes bother you, you need to attend to that because it'll make you feel better. If you have pimples, you need to attend to that because if you're not going to go out and be seen because you're going to feel that people are going to be not looking at you properly. So it's really about your own self-image.
Let me ask you a question about your self-image, Peter. So you have a giant skincare company and you're on TV all the time with QVC.com at QVC. Are you worried about aging? Are you concerned about your own aging and what you see in the mirror?
Well, when I was younger, I thought spots were kind of nice because it kind of, freckles. But as you get older, those freckles aren't nice anymore. They look like age spots. I don't like them anymore. I don't like to have pimples on my face. I definitely think it's unattractive. So I would squeeze it, pop it, whatever, cover it, attack it. And, yeah, those are the things that do bother me. I do not stay in the sun anymore. I used to sunbathe all the time and just not care or use baby oil to get even darker. So I had a lot of damage, and now it just over time, it takes a while, and it kind of disappears.
So what would you say is the number one product? I really want people to get involved with their own image. What is we only have 2 minutes left before the next segment, but I want to know what's the one product, if a listener is listening to you right now and they don't use anything for their aging, what's the one ingredient they need to look for to put on their face? Tell me in 1 minute.
Besides sunblock, I would, in my line, for instance, I would do my anti-aging orange cleansing gel. It has glycolic acid, so if you do nothing, you got to wash your face regardless, and a lot of people are lazy. So if you wash your face once, twice, 3 times a day, whatever, you're going to get anti-aging effects. That's what
so
in the cleanser.
A glycolic cleanser. A cleanser that has a glycolic. Will you say the name of that cleanser again? Because I want it.
Anti-aging. It's my anti-aging cleansing gel. It's orange, and the great thing about glycolic, it works with anti-aging, spots, and it helps wrinkles too, and pimples. So it does everything a little bit.
Pimples, wrinkles, everything. And if you use no other product, you must have a glycolic acid in your life.
Yeah, it's a beginning step, but it's better than nothing.
This is so fascinating. Okay, I have like 50 other questions for us in the next segment, and I want to take a caller. So if you're out there, 888-454-3378, you have the opportunity to speak to skincare guru Peter Thomas Roth. Come back in our last segment. Do not miss this opportunity. Come join the conversation. Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. I am Morgen Schick. I cannot wait for you to come back and pick the brain of the guru, Peter Thomas Roth. We will be right back. Don't miss this show.
Right around the corner, but think there's something more. But I don't know what I'm looking for. Yes, a lot more good than you say, yeah. The more things change, the more they remain the same. Doesn't anybody help anybody anymore?
Hi, welcome back. This is Morgen Schick on the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. I'm excited today because I have a special guest, skincare product guru, Peter Thomas Roth. Say hello to all your fans, Peter.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no, it's my absolute pleasure. I have so many questions for you and just ideas that I know you have about the skincare industry. It's such a huge industry. It's a $100 billion a year industry. So clearly we have got some obsession or some denial, which is what our show is about today, about denial, looking in the mirror and not being truthful about what you're seeing and what you want to see. So in that vein, I want you all to know that Peter is on QVC. His products have some of the most active ingredients in products I have ever seen. So if you go onto QVC.com or PeterThomasRoth.com or Sephora.com and you investigate his products, know that the percentage of ingredients, the actual actives, are very important, and Peter Thomas Roth uses some of the greatest ingredients. And that's one of the first questions I want to ask you right now, Peter. What is the cutting-edge ingredient that you are fine-tuning or putting into your products right now that these listeners are going to have the hot tip on?
Well, what's hot for us right now, we're nationally advertising it, is our 40% triple acid peel. And it's 40% triple acid peel with TCA, glycolic acid, and salicylic acid. It's going to make you look gorgeous. It's going to help reduce the look of wrinkles, enlarge pores, uneven skin tone. It's, however, only available at Sephora and QVC.com. There are 12 ampules and a pad, and you put it on once a week and give yourself a professional peel so you don't have to go to an esthetician or a derm or a plastic surgeon if those aren't options for you.
You know what? That is so important for people to know that are not in big cities, that you do not have to be a slave to a $300 appointment to a dermatologist, because everyone out there, and even I live in New York City, and everybody is obsessed with lasers. So I want you to answer for my listeners, is a laser the only way we're going to be able to get rid of those wrinkles, or is something like this that we can get over the counter, a acid peel with the glycolic and the salicylic, which I love those two ingredients together? Can a person in Indiana order that online and be able to get the benefits so they don't need to go to a $300 dermatologist appointment?
Well, I put really, really strong ingredients in my products, and I put them in the maximum amount. So you're getting not only a great product, but getting great value. And, yeah, some of the products you don't have to. And you also have to realize that once you go to a derm and they give you a procedure, you have to follow it up. It's not just like you're done with skin. Because they're not cutting. It's not a facelift. It's your skin, and it's a live organ. So you have to follow it up with every day with something, or every week, or whatever your program is, because otherwise your skin will fall back into the way it used to look.
That's really important. I want everybody to understand that, and I talk about it all the time, Peter, and I love that you're addressing that, is that you have to care about your skin, your aging, your acne every single day, your image every single day. You got to think about it like brushing your teeth. You care about your skin. It's showing the world how you want to be treated. Now, Peter, I get this question all the time, every week. What can people do for back acne? I literally get this question every single time I'm on air. Someone calls in and asks me about back acne. What is your biggest advice? And I know we're running out of time, but I really wanted you to address this.
So the first thing you have to do is you have to, wash in your shower, and we actually have a product for that, and it's either blemish buffing beads, so you exfoliate with it, and it's really good. It has salicylic 1% in it, so that's your acne with glycolic. That's really important. The other thing I suggest is we have a therapeutic sulfur mask. It's really thick, and you could put it on and leave it on for 20, 30 minutes and let it really dry out the acne. And you can use it every day or, and just keep masking with it because that'll really help. And then you really got to put an acne medicine on your back every day because your back is like your face. You can't ignore it. The last thing I would
say what?
is
say that again?
You can't ignore your back. It's like your face. So you have to put whatever you're putting on your face to correct your zits, you also should put it on your back. And then the last
it's hard
thing
to do because it's on your back.
Yeah, but you do it. You figure out and you just do it.
You have somebody else try and do it for you?
It doesn't matter. Just put it on your back, the medicine, and it'll help. And we'll just let it dry.
I find that people get very humiliated by back acne, and I don't want people to live in that humiliation. But so I think it connects very much to, facial acne and everything else, that you have to address it. And my last question for you, Peter, is what is the age that someone should start caring about their anti-aging?
It depends on their skin. Some people start in their late 20s. Some people, are good to their 30s, and some people good to their 40s. You look in the mirror, and everyone ages differently. It depends on you.
I totally agree with that. I think that you have to be involved in your aging from, as early as mid-20s on. And really quickly, Sarah called me earlier, if you weren't on the show before, listeners out there, about foundation. And I recommended no foundation. I know you don't agree with me. Can you tell me in 30 seconds why you don't agree with me?
No. I don't think you should put foundation on if you're full of acne. But there are foundations out there with salicylic acid on there, and I do believe you should cover up. But I think if you cover up is it, cover it up with maybe like a concealer with acne medicine in it. It'll help. And you're right. If you put foundation all over your face, it's going to be a disaster unless it's full of acne medicine.
So a foundation with acne medicine or a concealer that's got some acne medicine in it as well, which would be a salicylic acid or some sort of a charcoal that would dry up that acne.
Or put acne medicine on. Or put acne medicine on first and follow with a little foundation.
Perfect.
As a cover-up.
Great. I want to thank my special guest, Peter Thomas Roth, for coming today and bestowing some of his amazing wisdom. PeterThomasRoth.com, QVC.com. I am so happy to be able to share with you. I want you to not live in denial. If you've got acne, if you've got aging issues, I want you to get involved. I want you to take charge. I do not want you to lie to yourself. I am not going to lie to myself anymore. I want us all to live our best lives and be the image we want to be every day. Thank you, Peter Thomas Roth. Look for him on QVC.com. We will be next. I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Be one with your image. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.